It's simple to see it's at Magic TV, so the world can believe it's at Magic TV.
Welcome back to another party night of the grand opening of Boardwalk Restaurant right here in Hollywood. This is Pete Allman with Ed Magic TV, and I'm here with one of the great actors, Mr. Tom Hallick from Younger Restless and so many great television shows. Keep going, Tom?
Yeah.
Say, listen, what was your thought about the food here tonight at the Boardwalk?
Oh, this place is great. Boardwalk. I had no idea it was here. It used to be another restaurant, but now it's really funky, upscale, really kind of New Yorkish atmosphere kind of restaurant, and the food is top notch. We had the prime rib.
Prime rib or ribeye? I think you had a ribeye.
Cut. We had the ribeye. I should know that, right? It was a ribeye, and the potatoes were just great. Potatoes were wonderful. I mean, different. It's very different, presented very nicely, and it's delicious. Delicious food.
Well, if you like it, everybody out there's got to like it.
Well, that food is one of my favorite four-letter words. You know. Next to work, play, wine, beer, golf, of course, and free. Free is really good.
Well, he was our guest tonight. You know, we've talked about this before. You do something like the Younger Restless, and you do 50 pages a day. And to me, that's the hardest thing to do as an actor, as opposed to doing a motion picture, where you might have 40 takes, 20 takes in one scene. Your thoughts about that?
Well, I just did a small part in a picture called Gangster Squad with Sean Penn and Josh Brolin and Ryan Gosling. It's going to be a big movie. It's coming out next summer. And, you know, we were doing 50 pages a day, so for me to show up and do a features are, you know, it's a breeze. You make me knock out 1 or 2 pages a day. And I don't want to mention any names, but Sean Penn came in and didn't know a goddamn line. They had to do like 25 takes. And he's a big star, so I'm sure I'll never work again with Sean, but, you know, I don't really give a shit.
You do a lot of guest spots on television.
I do.
And it seems like there's a lot more work in television than motion pictures, so I'm told. Is that true?
Well, there's a lot more TV than movies. So, hence, there's a lot more chances to work as an actor in television. So, that's why all the top stars you see are working in TV.
If you had some show that you thought represented you the best, what would that show be that you're proud of, besides the Younger Restless?
Boy, that's a really good question, Pete. Boy, that is a really good question. I mean, I thought my work on the soaps was probably the best work I've ever done, because you're an ensemble group and you don't stop. You keep working. It's like doing a repertory company. You're like doing a play, and you're encouraged not to stop. So we don't have those takes and retakes and retakes. You get out there and do it. So in that sense, it's really the most enjoyable. Next to theater. Theater, to me, is the most enjoyable work, because you get to do it from start to finish, and there ain't no place to hide.
What about when television, on some of the roles that you've played, some of those shows have a great message to them, you know, like, I'm trying to think right now, I got blank.
A show that has a message?
Yeah, a lot of shows have great messages. They're like CSI is an action show, you know, but then you have other shows like St. Elsewhere that have had some strong roles for actors. And I'm sure you've appeared in some of those areas where you really like the roles you played. Tell us about that.
You know, Pete, I like, anytime I get a job, you know, it's a gift. So, you know, I think work generates more work, and I love to work. And anytime I get a job, it's the best job I had up to the last job I had. So I don't really think that one is better than the other. I'm an actor, so I love doing different parts, different roles, and And that's what's really the fun of it.
You told me one time you did something about Joe Biden, and that was real fun. Tell us about that, because you got to go to the internet to see that.
Do you believe that? If you go to the internet, you punch up Will Ferrell's Funny or Die. You go to Funny or Die, and you punch up Joe Biden. Somehow, people during the campaign, they all thought I looked like Joe Biden. Do I look like Joe Biden? I don't think so. Anyway, they flew me up to George Lucas's studio up there, and we shot up in San Francisco, and we did a debate with me and Sarah Palin. And it's actually Sarah, but intercut, of course. We're not actually there together. And it's me and Sarah Palin doing a debate. It's very funny.
So we're going to party some more, but before we leave, if you could change something right now and you had the power to make that change, to make things better in the world, what would that be?
Oh boy. I think the biggest thing right now in the planet that's killing the planet is too many people. Population control. We have too many people on this planet to sustain all the natural resources that we have. And all these people, politicians that are out there saying, you know, we don't believe in birth control and all that BS. That's what it is, BS. We have to have population control on this planet, or we're doomed as a race. Period.
Well, it's all about conserving, my friends. Right here, Celebrity Scene News on Ed Magic TV. I'm Pete Allman, and this is...
Tom Hallick is my name, if that's what you want to know.
That's right. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Thanks, Tom.
Ta-ta. Thanks, Pete.
Ta-ta. All right.